A warm welcome to all my dear 4th standard children. So, in this session we are going to see the second part from your adaptations in animals. So, in your first part we discussed about the types of animals according to their habitat, right, according to the adaptation. So, we can classify animals based on their living, right. So, terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibian animals, arboreal animals and aerial animals. So, till that we in the first part we have discussed the types of the animals and also you learnt about what is habitat, right. Yes. So, in the second session now we are going to learn the adaptation of the animals based on the food and also based on the surrounding, right. So, let us get into the topic. So, the first one is adaptation for food. Okay. So, the animals we can say different, we can see many different type of animals present around the earth, right. So, we cannot say all the living things, all the animals will eat the same type of food. So, based on their eating pattern we can classify the animals into different categories. So, the first one is herbivores, right. So, of course, in your 3rd standard you would have studied about the herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Yes. So, about that in detail. Okay. So, what are herbivores? So, herbivores are the animals. So, we can say cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, deer, elephant. So, these animals they eat only the plants or the parts of the plants. So, that is why they are called as plant eating animals or herbivores. Okay. So, they eat only plants or grass or trees or the parts of the plants. They have a very sharp and very broad and sharp front teeth. Why? Because to cut the grass, to bite the grass or plants, they have a very sharp front teeth. Okay. And as the plants contain high amount of starch, so it needs some more time for chewing, right. So, that is why all the plant eating animals or the herbivores, they have a, at the back they have a very strong and broad teeth to chew the grass, to chew the plants well. Okay. So, what are the animals that come under plant eating animals or herbivores? Yes, cow, deer, buffalo, goat, elephant, zebra, giraffe, all the animals are called as herbivores. And the second one is carnivores. Okay. So, carnivores are the animals, they eat the flesh of the other animals as they want to tear the flesh of the other animals. So, these animals they have a sharp pointed teeth means like a nail, like a aani madri. Okay. So, the teeth will be like a nail. So, where it will tear the flesh, it can able to tear the flesh with the help of the sharp pointed teeth. And at the back they have a very broad and sharp strong teeth where they have to chew the flesh properly, right. So, these animals are called flesh eating animals or carnivores. The example of these animals are tiger, lion, cheetah, leopard, crocodile. So, these animals are called as carnivores or flesh eating animals. Okay. Right. The third set of animals we can call them as omnivores. So, omnivores are the animal they eat both plants or the parts of the plants as well as flesh of the other animals, right. So, they also have a very sharp front teeth and at the back of their mouth they have a very broad and strong and broad teeth to chew the food. Okay. And even the birds, so we can say the birds they eat both the plants as well as flesh of the other animals. For example, crow, peacock, hen. So, these animals, these birds they eat nuts, seeds from the plants as well as they eat the worms, the flesh from the other animals. Okay. So, maybe died lizard. So, the crow will eat all those things. Okay. And we can say rat, dog and then bear, even of course human beings. So, we also eat both the plant products as well as the animal products. So, even we are called as human beings are called as omnivores. Okay. Next set of animals, they are called as scavengers. So, what is scavengers? So, I think this term will be new for you, because in your 3rd standard you would have learnt about herbivore, carnivore and omnivore, right? Yes. So, this is scavenger, S-C-A-V-E-N-G-E-R-S. So, scavengers refers to the animals, they eat the died animals. So, already the animals would have died and fallen on the ground maybe after one day also. So, these animals will eat the flesh of the died animals, dead animals, right. So, that is why vulture, eagle or a hyena, fox, so they eat jackal, so they eat the dead animals. So, they are called as scavengers. Next set of animals, they are called as parasite. So, parasites are the animals, they live inside the body of the organisms or on the skin of the other organisms. They live and they take the food from the living organism and they survive. So, they need that living, if the living organism die, definitely that parasite animal also will die. Okay. So, what are the parasitic animals, or we can say lice, ticks, okay, and also tapeworm. So, these are called as parasite. So, parasites, P-A-R-A-S-I-T-E, parasites. So, they live inside the body or on the surface of the body of a living organism and they take the food from the living organism. Example, your lice, pain they will say, right. So, your lice is present in your head. So, it takes the food, sucks the blood from your body, right. So, this type of adaptation for food is known as parasites. Okay. So, you learned about what are the herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, scavengers and parasites, right. So, now we are going to see some animals to protect themselves from the danger. So, they adapt themselves, they can change their body according to their surroundings. So, this is known as camouflage. Okay. So, now you are going to learn about a term called camouflage, C-A-M-O-U-F-L-A-G-E. So, this will be a new word for you, write and see many times. Okay. So, then only you will not do mistakes while you write without seeing. Okay. So, camouflage is the effect where the animals merge their body surface, body covering according to their surroundings. Okay. So, animals merge the body covering to match the surrounding. Okay. So, this effect is known as camouflage. Okay. So, for example, we can say chameleon. So, the chameleon change the color of the skin where it is present. If it is present on the leaf, it will change into green color. If the chameleon is present on the stem, it will change into that stem color or the brown color. Okay. So, that effect is known as camouflage. Okay. So, now let us see what are the animals that undergo the camouflage effect. Okay. So, you can see this is a chameleon. Okay. So, the chameleon is in the green color. So, when it touches a green color, so the body surface of the chameleon changes in green color. Suppose if the chameleon is in the sand, mud, so the soil will be in brown color, right. So, the chameleon body surface will change into brown color. Okay. This animal is known as chameleon, C-H-A-M-E-O-L-E-O-N, chameleon, and we can say some other examples also like stick insect, leaf insect, and also we can see camouflage effect on zebra and tiger also. So, the tiger will hide near to the dried grass. So, thereby the deer or the other animals cannot able to identify the tiger, and thereby it can get killed by the tiger. Okay, the same way zebra. So, some zebra they hide themselves near to the bushes, and thereby we cannot able to easily identify there is a zebra is standing. Okay. So, these effects are called as camouflage. Okay. So, you can see this is a leaf insect. So, we cannot identify the difference between the insect and a leaf, right. So, this is a leaf insect that shows camouflage. Here the stick insect. So, it just look like a stick, right, but it is actually an insect. So, thereby the other animals think that this is a stick or this is not an insect, and thereby this animal is getting saved because of the body structure, right. You can see here the camouflage. So, the chameleon changes the body covering according to the surrounding, okay, right. And also some animals, their body covering, the body structure is based on the protection. For example, we can say porcupine, mullambandri. So, it will have very sharp and pointed quills, right. So, thereby this quills protect the animals from the danger. If any other animal comes and hunts this animal, so that animal gets pricked with the quills, right. So, thereby this animal is getting protected from that animals. Okay. So, this is also a adaptation for protection. Okay. And some other examples also we can see, deer runs faster than a lion or a tiger, right. So, that is also a natural adaptation of the animal, thereby it protects themselves from the enemies. Okay. And also we can see snail. So, snail, when the snail detects some dangers, when you touch a snail, the snail will go, the body of the snail will go inside the shell, and thereby the snail is protected by a shell. So, some animals they protect their body from the danger by using their shell, right, snail, crab, or we can say some mollusk. So, these animals protect their body, protect themselves from the dangers, thereby hiding inside the shell. Okay. So, these are all the adaptations for protection. Okay, right. So, next we are going to see about endangered animals. So, endangered animals means animals that is becoming in extinct. Okay. So, அழிந்து போறதுன்னு சொல்வாங்க இல்லையா. So, like that. So, endangered means the species of the animals getting vast, okay, getting decreased. So, that is known as endangered animals. Okay. Example, this is a bear, right. What bear is this? Yes. So, this is a panda bear. So, the panda bear, it is getting endangered these days. So, because of the some animals are getting killed by the human activities because of the tusk or because of the skin or because of the hair. So, the animals are getting hunted or getting killed. So, thereby the species of the animals getting decreased. Okay. So, that becoming of extinct is called endangered animals. Okay. So, next one we can see tiger. So, Bengal tiger. We can see even Bengal tiger also becoming endangered nowadays. Okay. So, next one is extinct. So, extinct means the animals that completely disappeared from the earth. So, that animals are called as extinct. So, அந்த species வந்து நம்மளால இனிமேட்டு நம்மளால பார்க்கவே முடியாது. சரியா. So, even the endangered animals we can see one or two. அதாவது ஒரு சில இடத்துல அந்த அனிமலை பார்க்கறது வந்து endangered. Okay. But அந்த அனிமலை கம்ப்ளீட்டாக அழிஞ்சிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்களே. So, that is known as extinct. Okay. So, extinct animals are of course dinosaur. So, dinosaur becomes extinct, right. So, அந்த ஸ்பீஷியஸே அழிஞ்சு போச்சு, ஒரு இடத்துல கூட நம்மளால பார்க்க முடியாது. So, that type of animals are called as extinct animals. Okay. And the next example is dodo. Dodo is a bird. So, that is also become extinct. Okay. Even the mammoth. Mammoth is a big elephant like animal which has survived a long years before. okay, but we cannot see that animal nowadays. Okay. So, those animals we cannot see nowadays are called as extinct, that has disappeared on the earth. Okay. So, that animals are called as extinct animals. Okay. So, now children, in this class you have learnt about the adaptations of food of the animals. So, adaptations of animals based on the food, and also we saw adaptations of animals based on their body covering. Okay. So, for the protection, right, and also we discussed about what is endangered animals and what is extinct animals. So, you will get a question, what are endangered animals? You have to define and write what are endangered animals, and you can also write the examples of the endangered animals. And if they ask what are extinct animals, you have to write the animals that completely disappeared from the earth. So, those animals are called as extinct animals. Examples also you can write dinosaur or a dodo, right. Yes. So, hope you have understood about the concept of this lesson. So, go through the lesson and again, so that you will come to know much detail about this lesson. Okay. So, for the further information, below the video you can see a Google Drive link. Click that and you will get the lesson related study material, question bank and self assessment. Take the study material and copy in your science subject note and read from your science subject note. So, once you are thorough, take the self assessment and do the self assessment, and you will come to know how far you have understood about the lesson. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.